Stop everything you're doing, because the NFL world might be about to change forever. A defensive monster just shook the league with one shocking statement. And guess who could grab him next? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are one move away from becoming terrifying. This isn't a rumor, it's real, and it could be the beginning of something legendary. There's a storm brewing in the NFL, and it could bring a golden opportunity straight to Tampa Bay. Micah Parsons. Yes, that Micah Parsons. One of the most explosive, feared, game-wrecking defenders in football has just dropped a bombshell. He's officially on the trade block, and now all eyes are turning to the Buccaneers. This is our chance, a real shot to go from playoff hopeful to Super Bowl favorite. Parsons released a long, emotional message on social media where he basically said he's done with Dallas. He's fed up, tired of miscommunication, frustrated with the lack of respect. He and his agent feel ignored by the Cowboys front office, especially Jerry Jones. And now, he's ready to move on. Just stop and think about this. One of the best defenders in the NFL, young, hungry, and elite, is asking for a fresh start. And Tampa Bay has everything he's looking for. Unlike the chaos in Dallas, the Bucs are stable, organized, focused. Parsons wants leadership he can trust and a franchise that values him. That's exactly what Tampa can offer. But this isn't just about making him feel wanted. This is about winning. Right now, Tampa Bay is in a Super Bowl window, whether people want to admit it or not. Yes, Tom Brady is gone, but this roster is still stacked with talent. The offense can light it up. The defense has heart. What we're missing? That one X factor, that one superstar who can tilt the entire field. That's Micah. Let's be real, Hassan Reddick, who we added this offseason, is solid. Yaya Diaby is a rising star, but they're not taking over games yet. Last year, our top sack leaders were our defensive tackles, not our edge rushers. That tells you everything. We've been sending extra blitzers because the front four alone can't generate enough pressure. And when you're chasing quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, that just doesn't cut it. Now imagine plugging Micah Parsons into this defense. Instant terror. Quarterbacks wouldn't sleep at night. And it's not just fan hype, even NFL.com agrees. They wrote that Tampa Bay is a perfect landing spot. A team that's quietly getting better, with cap space to handle a big contract and enough talent to make a deep run right now. They even said it. Adding Parsons is the kind of move that could push the Bucs over the top. This feels familiar, doesn't it? Last time the Bucs made a bold move like this, they brought in Rob Gronkowski to join Tom Brady, and the rest is history. Parsons could be that next domino. And let's not forget, he's only 26 years old. If the Bucs trade for him now, we could be looking at nearly a decade of dominant pass rushing. 8 to 10 years of pure destruction from the edge. A talent like this doesn't hit the trade block often. And when it does, you don't hesitate. This could be the moment. The one that changes everything. Now it's your turn. How badly do you want the Bucs to make this move? Drop your confidence level in the comments, 1 to 10. How likely do you think it is that Micah Parsons ends up in Tampa? And what kind of impact do you think he'd have on this defense? Let's talk. Let's dream. And let's keep pushing for greatness. Every NFL fan dreams of having that one player, the kind of pass rusher who changes the game every single snap. A true monster off the edge. A force that keeps offensive coordinators awake at night. For Tampa Bay fans, that dream has a name. Micah Parsons. He's not just any player. He's special. A generational talent. The kind of defensive superstar that only comes around once in a decade. And right now, there's real buzz that the Buccaneers could actually make a move to get him. Let that sink in. Micah Parsons, in red and pewter. It would be a game changer. For years, Tampa's been borrowing greatness. Shaq Barrett, he started in Denver. JPP, he won a Super Bowl with the Giants before we brought him in. We've had stars, yes, but they weren't ours from the beginning. They weren't here in their prime. But Micah, he's in his prime right now, and getting him wouldn't just extend our Super Bowl window, it would launch a new era. We're not just talking about winning the NFC South anymore. We're talking about dominating the NFC, owning it, contending for years. Because players like Micah don't just help your defense, they change your whole franchise. Imagine this. Primetime games, national spotlight, fans across the country watching the Bucs again, not because of Brady this time, but because we've got Baker Mayfield and Micah Parsons. one leading the offense, the other leading the defense. Two alpha dogs, two leaders, two stars who give this team its identity. Micah wouldn't just help us win games, he'd attract free agents. That's what stars do. They make other great players want to join them. When Brady came to Tampa, we saw it. Gronk came, AB came, Fournette came. Now imagine a young, unstoppable defender pulling that kind of magnetism. That's what Micah would bring. That's how dynasties are built. And yes, it would be expensive. ESPN's Adam Schefter mentioned the Khalil Mack trade back in 2018. The Raiders sent Mack to the Bears just before the season started. Chicago gave up 2 first-round picks, plus more picks, just to get him. Tampa would have to do something similar, maybe even more. And Jason Licht? He's not known for blockbuster trades like that. But don't forget, Licht has taken big swings before. Signing Brady was one. Trading for Gronk was another. He even drafted a kicker, Roberto Aguayo, in the second round. Some of those moves didn't work out, but the point is, Licht has rolled the dice before. So don't think for a second this can't happen. If Licht believes Micah Parsons is the missing piece, that he can build a team around Baker and Micah the same way Kansas City built around Mahomes and Kels, then why not take the shot? The Chiefs do it every year. They bring in new players, build around their stars, and chase greatness. And that's exactly what Tampa needs to do now. Because we've got something here. You can feel it. There's a new energy around this team. A fight. A spark. And if Micah Parsons walks through that door, it'll explode into something even bigger. The price would be high. The risk would be real. But the reward? Unstoppable. Bucs fans, I want to hear from you. Would you trade 2 first-round picks for Micah Parsons? Is he the missing piece to another Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments and rate your confidence in this team's future, 1 to 10. Let's talk football. Let's talk Bucs. Let's be real, getting a superstar like Micah Parsons won't come cheap. This isn't a casual move. This would be a massive swing. And the price? It starts with 2 first-round picks, maybe more. Because we're not talking about some aging vet. We're talking about a guy in his prime. A player who might be the most important defensive piece in football today. Micah plays one of the most valuable positions on the field, and he plays it better than almost anyone. That level of talent? You pay for it. But here's where things get interesting for Tampa Bay. We've created cap space. After the Brady era ended, we got some flexibility. And we've got smart people working the books. Mike Greenberg, our assistant GM, is a salary cap wizard. He finds ways to make the money work. So if we made a move for Micah, you better believe we'd be ready to lock him up long term, just like we've done with all our core guys. Now, I get it. Bucs fans love the draft. We've built this team through smart picks. Giving up first-rounders? That stings. Especially for a front office that has drafted players like Tristan Wirfs, Antoine Winfield Jr., and Chris Godwin. That's real talent, homegrown. But sometimes, you have to gamble. You have to trust that a proven star is worth more than a lottery ticket. Yes, there have been bad trades in recent years. The Deshaun Watson mess in Cleveland? That one wrecked the Browns. The Russell Wilson deal? Denver's still trying to recover. But Micah Parsons is different. This guy lives and breathes football. He plays with passion, heart, and fire. He's not some diva chasing a paycheck. He's a team-first warrior, and if he wants out of Dallas, it's not because he's a problem. It's because Dallas failed him. They won't pay him what he deserves. They won't treat him like the superstar he is. And in Tampa, that doesn't happen. We respect our stars. We take care of them. Just look at Mike Evans. Look at Godwin. Look at Lavonte David. Players want to stay in Tampa because we don't just pay, we build a family. A culture. A brotherhood. Micah Parsons would thrive here. He'd walk into a locker room filled with real leaders, passionate guys, and a fan base ready to explode. And let's be honest, the Bucs have had one of the best defenses in the NFL for years now. But the defense? That's where we need a spark. That's where Micah changes everything. Adding him would balance this team. It would push us back into elite territory. Super Bowl contention wouldn't be a dream, it'd be our expectation. And Jason Licht? He knows how to pull off big deals. He's done it before. He's smart, aggressive when he needs to be, and if there was ever a time to go all in, this is it. The only question is, will he pull the trigger?